You can watch yourself skate, but you can't watch yourself talk.
Yeah, no way. Who would want to watch that?
You got a lot of fans.
Oh shit. Well, now that you ask that, it's gonna like happen tomorrow or something. Fuck. No, I don't believe in any sort of religion, and I don't know why certain things have to happen. So like, I'm really afraid of dying because of that, you know? Like, so if I had some sort of faith in something, I'd go like, yeah, you know, whatever. But I really have like a doubt about what happened, where everything came from, what, like, you know, like when I start to think about it, I'm paranoid about dying. And I don't treat myself like that though, shit. I always wanted to like come to California and turn pro and do all that stuff, you know, like, and just be like, you know, have my name on a board or something like that. It's like every kid's dream, you know, to have your name on a skateboard. So I think when Jamie came to Arizona, it gave me the confidence that I could do that. You know, like basically by saying like, yeah, you know, come out to California, stay at my house, you know, like it was like, I thought like, wow, like it actually might work. It's just a matter of like really thinking about something. You wrap your head around it, you don't get emotionally attached to something, and you just, because that's the biggest one, you know, like if you get emotionally attached to something, you know, you can't make a judgment call, you know, you're kind of screwed, you know, and I have a hard time doing that too, but I think that would be it, a little luck and like not get too emotionally attached to something. I always say this one thing where if one thing is doing good, then the other areas suffer. So it's kind of like, it's like a teeter-totter, but a three-way one, you know, like skating, business, my family life, or I guess my party life. But it's like, it's really hard, you know, like I get carried away in a lot of shit, you know, like I'll be, like when we started Baker Boys and Death Wish and all that stuff, I was in the warehouse non-stop and I like lost sight of my family and my, like everything. It was just weird, you know, and like I was drinking a lot and just working and whatever, and my skating suffered. And then when I like, you know, was sober for 11 months, it was like I was skating and what I thought was doing well, you know, and I was doing that and my family was going well. But then like I kind of slipped on thinking about the other stuff. It's weird, I get a lot of, like when I get a lot of ideas for Death Wish and stuff, I think it's a lot of times because I'm really drunk. You know, or like the idea, like going out, hanging out with the crew, partying at the bar, you know, you're just like, da 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 da, or you're on a trip and you're doing something, you know, like a lot of creative things come from drinking. I mean, not to say like it's a good thing, but you know, like that to me is like, that's, sometimes I'll get inspired by something, and whereas like being like a homebody when I was like sober, I didn't really get a ton of ideas. Time. Yeah, definitely. It's just like I want to spend time with my kids. How many years do I have left to do what I think I can do skating? Like, there's only a given amount of those. There's only a given amount of time when your kid's 7 years old or 4 years old and they're playing on a swing or they're not yelling back at you or something. Fuck money. I mean, that's nice too, but that's a pretty easy one. That's a tough one, man. That I was generally a nice person, I guess, you know? The easiest one is like, oh, your favorite like band or I don't know, somebody that skates that you looked up to or whatever, you know, or but then like you can go, I don't like to get drunk with Albert Einstein or something like that, or Van Gogh, or he was like a big drinker or something, you know? And that'd probably be weird, but who knows? They could just be a complete dork, and then you just blew that entire like opportunity you had to select one person to get drunk with, you know? I mean, imagine that. If I was like, yeah, Vincent Van Gogh, and then I did that, and then all of a sudden I'm just like bored to death, and I'm like, wow, I just blew that opportunity. I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to be an architect, and I'd like to still do that, but I don't know if that's in the cards for me. Like, I want to design buildings, houses, stadiums, things, you know? And I could put skate spots in them too. One of the biggest things that like getting older, you know, you realize like, this is, like you have this amount of time to live. And when you were a kid, you had all these things that you thought, like, I'll do this, do that, do that, do that. And I'm going like, shit, I don't know if I'll ever go to like college or learn how to like work a computer and get into those drafting programs. And like, you know, I wanted to be I still look at stuff. I look at stuff and complain all the time. At buildings and houses and things, you know. And I think that, yeah, I would like to do that. Jeez, pretty fast, I guess. I mean, sometimes I go in waves, you know, like I party a lot or do whatever, and then sometimes I slow down. I like to keep it on a nice slow level where I have a glass of wine or two, hang out. It just never ends up that way though. Like, you know, I mean, I don't take it too fast, you know, like, I mean, but shit, you know, like with the kids and stuff now, I'm like, man, I really need to fucking, you know, relax, but it's hard to do that, you know, it's really hard. Fucking think I'm like 20 again or something. I don't know. I know, that's what I meant. And I came down here and I was like, shit, I'll get a couple beers down here, I'll hit up Scotty, I'll go to the dark room or something. And I didn't get home until 4 this morning.